Hey, what's up, guys? This is Marseille, the property pastor here with Kingdom Legacy Builders, where our mission is to help everyday people to build a lasting legacy for their children and their children's children using real estate and wealth building principles. Today, we're going to be wrapping up our series about the investor mindset. And in this last video, I want to talk all about being relentless. Right, I want to talk about being relentless, and that whole concept, that whole trait of being relentless, just recognizes that I will not stop until I get there. I'm a firm believer that there is only one person in this entire world who is able to stop me, and that's the person I look at every single day when I wake up. That's me, right? And at the end of the day, I believe that, being relentless is a key trait, a key characteristic that you got to have in order to be successful as a real estate investor and really to be successful in anything that you want to do. I believe that a relentless person is always going to, achieve their goals. And the reason is that that person is never going to stop coming. Quite frankly, no matter how many times they fail, no matter how many times they fall flat, they are not going to stop coming. I remember when I was building my house. Now, years ago, almost 10 years ago, coming up in March of next year, 10 years ago, I moved into my house. Now, this house I built myself. Me and my dad built it, with nail guns and, ladders and all the kind of stuff that you would use, table saws and all these kind of things. We built built our own house from the footer through the framing, through probably 75% of the house. Me and my dad did it ourselves. It took 3.5 years to build. Now, I'm telling you that story because I remember a particular portion of failure during that journey. In that particular portion, we were doing the plumbing. And if you know anything about building houses, you got to get inspections, right? So we had to get an inspection, and I got my plumbing rough-in. And at the rough-in stage, they go through and they do different checks. They kind of look at how all the plumbing is configured. They'll actually fill the whole house up with water, check it for leaks and things like that for the drainage side. Well, when the inspector came out to the house, he looked at the way we had done the draining and recognized that we had the wrong type of connections. So what that meant was when two pipes came together, they had the wrong kind of T. Now, this particular T, was something that, when my dad was building houses, doing construction, they had actually changed the code. But in the course of that, we did it wrong. And the inspector told us, hey, you got to rip all of this out. You got to do it all over again. I remember feeling defeated. I remember wanting to give up. I remember feeling like the victim. I remember all of those things, feeling sorry for myself, wanting to blame people, just having a pity party. Like, I got to go do this all over. It's going to cost me time. It's going to cost me money, and I wanted to quit, but the thing about it was I had to make up my mind. I made up my mind that I'm going to finish this house. Now, remember, it took me 3.5 years. That was nights, that was weekends. At the time I was in seminary, I had small kids, really small kids, 6 months old babies, that kind of thing. Really young, really small children at the time. But I made up my mind that I'm going to finish this house. My daughters, they're going to have their own rooms. My wife's going to have her own kitchen. I'm going to have my own office. I'm actually sitting in the office right now, and we're going to have a nice 2-car garage, but I made up in my mind that I was going to be relentless. And I think being relentless is key because, in your real estate journey, you are going to suffer setbacks. You're going to go through difficult times. Hey, and if you haven't done so already, guys, take a second and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. This is a fairly new channel that we're trying to grow our subscriber base, and it means the world to me to gain new subscribers, folks who are tuning into videos, folks who are gaining value through the content that we put out to help people in their journey. So let's go ahead and jump in. Russell Wilson's dad used to tell him something when he was growing up. He would say, "Why not you? Why not you, Russ?" And I heard an interview with Russell Wilson talking about this, and he said it always stuck with him. He's like, "Why not me? Why shouldn't I be the all-pro quarterback? Why shouldn't I be the one to lead my team to the Super Bowl?" Now, this guy is not the biggest, not the fastest, not the smartest, not the strongest, none of those things, right? But all-pro quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, because he said, "Why not me?" And the relentless person recognizes that it is too soon to quit, and it's never too late to start. And I realized that everything I go through, success is not in a straight line. There's ups and downs. There's failures along the way. In my real estate journey, I've had lots of failures. I've had lots of setbacks. It hasn't been perfect. Properties have issues. You run into issues with sellers. You run into issues with lenders. You run into issues with finances. You run into issues in the negotiation table. You run into issues with tenants. There's always issues. But the relentless person says that I will until. I will do X until I get Y, right? I'm going to keep on going. I will not stop, and I believe that, my goal as an investor was to basically retire in about 5 to 7 years. And I'm on track for that. But if something sets me back, if something knocks me back, guess what? I'm going to just get up and I'm going to keep on going. Why? Because you have to be relentless. And I've learned that the person who is relentless will always achieve their goals, because quite frankly, they just won't stop coming. And the thing is that, I want you guys to really grab hold of that in terms of your mindset, is that you won't stop coming. You won't stop reading. You won't stop learning. You won't stop trying. Because if you don't stop, you'll ultimately get to where you're trying to go. And honestly, guys, I'm kind of glad that it's hard. I'm honestly glad because it's hard, because that means that not everyone is willing to do it. That means that there's plenty of room at the top. There's plenty of room for successful people, because a lot of folks are going to quit way too soon. They're going to give up when it gets hard, right? And I believe that the elevator to success as a real estate investor, the elevator is out, right? There's no easy way to get there. But guess what? There's plenty of room on the stairs. So keep pushing. You'll get there, right? Keep learning. You'll get there. Keep making offers on deals. You'll get there. Keep connecting with people. Keep saving up. Even if you're working that job, just trying to save up enough money for the down payment. Keep going. You'll get there, right? I talked about, the power of compound interest, the compound effect in another video. Check that out too. But just keep on going. Be relentless, right? Keep on going. You will get there. I am fully confident in that. I absolutely believe it. I know it to be so in my own life. I've seen it on a personal level. I've seen it through every goal I've tried to chase. I've seen it all across, throughout my life and throughout my journey. So I know it to be true. I'm not just telling you something I read in a book. I've seen it in my own life. Be persistent. I like to say, if it is to be, it's up to me, right? So nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to make it easy. Nobody's coming to, just give you this elevator to success. But I found that the more relentless I am, the more prepared I am, the more opportunities I get. So keep preparing, keep getting yourself ready, keep writing goals, keep pursuing goals, keep getting up early, grinding, pushing, going forward. You will get there, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to have setbacks. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have difficulties. Doesn't mean you're not going to fall flat on your face. You're not going to want to give up. And those feelings are perfectly normal. But keep going. Be relentless. I know you'll get there. Hey, I believe in you guys. I'm praying for you. I'm truly just blessed to be able to share my journey with you. I hope that it's inspired you. I hope that it's helped you. If you do have questions, you have comments, or even your own story that you want to share, or maybe you need some encouragement, drop that in the comment section. I want to hear from you, and I want to be here to help you along your journey. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so. We're dropping brand new content every single week to help you on your journey, to share our journey as well. We got some new videos coming up on some exciting deals that we're working on right now. In terms of scaling the business, in terms of some flips, in terms of rentals, all that stuff. I'm going to be sharing with you some more stuff in the upcoming weeks. Can't wait to see you again soon. God bless. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care.